Okay. We are live. I was trying to simul stream on both YouTube and Instagram, but it looks like that is definitely not going to work. I was dropping so many frames. My network is so slow today. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. Why my network is running so slow. It's making me angry. But definitely, so I guess that wasn't Instagram's fault after all. Oh man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why my network is acting the way it is. Um, but I am definitely not getting good internet this afternoon. All of a sudden, like the moment I start streaming, everything starts going to crap. That's not great. Oh, I don't have anything. I don't even have anything installed on my computer to be using up the internet because I crashed my computer into a million pieces on Friday and spent all weekend rebuilding it. So I don't know what's going on, why I'm dropping 65% of my frames right now. But we're going to try something. I don't know what exactly it is I'm going to try. But let's see if that helps any. Looks like the stream might have completely gone offline, but okay. I don't know what caused that, but it looks like we might be back up and running all of a sudden now. Oh, what a pain, what a pain, what a pain. How's everybody doing today? I still blame Instagram. It could be. I've already closed out the Instagram stream though because it wasn't working, and that's sad because I have way more followers on Instagram than I do on Twitch. How do I sound, by the way? Because I did have to reconfigure all of my sound and spent a lot of time doing it. And that was not easy, not fun, but I think I'm back up and running. Uh, anyway, while things are getting reconnected and reestablished, I basically reconnected my Wi-Fi. Let's talk about what we're doing today. We are gonna draw some costumed kitties. We did the Halloween hounds, some puppy dogs wearing costumes a couple weeks ago. So today we are going to do cats. Along the same lines, we're just going to draw some costumed kitties. Seems fine on my side as a stream consumer. Cool. Awesome. I'm glad. It looks like our drop frame rate has disappeared now also, and the network is back up and running. So maybe it was Instagram. Maybe Instagram sucks, which makes me sad. I would like to be able to do that. I'd like to be able to be over there and do that too. Anyway, we're gonna do some costumed kitties, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to put a bunch of types of cat on a spinning wheel so we can pick them at random. I also have a little list of kitty cat costume types that I thought sounded fine for me. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I have a little list of kitty cat costumes that I want to do. I've got 5 of them. I figured we do 5 cats the same way we did 5 dogs. So the costumes I have, which I thought would be a fun thing. Cool. I'm glad. I'm glad that it is working out for everybody. My 5 costumes I have are lion, pirate, devil, skeleton, and pumpkin. I thought lion would be funny because they're cats. So like a cat dressed as a lion, like it's going to be a superhero or something. Like that's the cat equivalent of a superhero. But I put the top 10 most popular breeds of cat on this here spinny wheel. And just so everyone knows what those are, they are dumpster cat, which is the domestic non-pedigreed cat. It's everyone I know who has a cat that's not a specific breed, which falls under this category. They're like, oh yeah, I found my cat in a dumpster and it followed me home when I fed it. So I put that on the list. Abyssian, which I think is awesome because it sounds like it comes from hell. Persian, Sphinx, exotic short hair, British short hair, Devon Rex, Scottish fold, and ragdoll. And I thought it might just be fun to spin a random spinner and see what we get. Does anybody have any objections to that? And if so, would you like to replace maybe one of the cats on the wheel with a cat of your choice? Because, that could be fun too. If not, I'm going to go ahead and spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Boop, 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 boop. It looks like we got a Abyssian. So absolute honesty here. I don't really know what an Abyssian kitty cat looks like. So I will have to pull up reference art. And if I had been a professional, I probably would have done that ahead of time. Oh, okay. These are cute little kitties. Here, I can show you guys what they look like. Do 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 do. And we'll just pop them back up on screen. So, Abyssian kitty cats are the cats that look like this. You can see them there. Little kitty cat. Little orange big-eared monster thing. Dumpster cat equals breed and costume. Yeah, I can see that. So this is what we're going to be drawing here for a little while. I think I'm going to shrink this guy down and just stick him in the corner so we can keep an eye on him while we're drawing. It'll help me at least have that reference where I can see it alongside my chat information. So that's always helpful. Put chat there. All right. So we're drawing an Abyssian, and we have our 5 costumes. I didn't pick a good way to pick costume for this. I only have 5. If I had been smart, I would have come up with 6, and we could have rolled a d6. But I think Abyssian, like I said, Abyssian sounds to me like a D&D creature type that comes from the abyss. So I think we're going to make this little cutie into a devil. What do you guys think? I think that'll be a fun way to start this project. So let's see. These guys are really just orange and have big ears. That seems like a pretty easy cat type to draw. So we'll start with a little round head. Looks like they're pretty skinny as far as cats go. So we'll do a little skinny kitty cat body. And And just start with like maybe a little pitchfork and a bag of candy. Let's see, they got little long skinny legs, it looks like, so we'll do that. And let's give them a tail. And I don't know. Here's what Abyssians look like. It looks like they have great Wi-Fi. Are they from the Abyss? This one's gonna be. Here's what I'm wondering. Do we draw a second devil tail, or do we just like add a little devil tail end? Like, you know how cosplayers might put on little tips to make themselves look like they have pointed ears? Or like, do we give them their own actual like second devil tail, like would be part of a costume? And then let's see, they got pretty big ol' ears. That stick kind of just off the side of their head. They already kind of look like goblins, if you ask me. So there we go. There's that. Big old ears like that. And then, of course, the upside down heart nose that all animals have. And it looks like they've got one of these. And of course, whiskers. What kind of weird things do they got going on with their eyes? They have giant whiskers coming off their eyebrows too. That's cool. So we'll give big eyes. Big eyes makes it cute. And eyebrow whiskers. Like so. And I know cats have slotty eyes like that. So maybe we'll do that. We'll go ahead and leave them like that for now. And then little devil horns. And how's that for our rough sketch there? Maybe we tilt this pitchfork. Gonna try to erase it that way. Use their tail. Okay. I'm thinking we come in here and move this pitchfork. So it comes, like this. Give me candy. There we go. So there's our real rough sketch. Based on my cat, devils are the best choice. How did I miss that statement? Okay, accurate. Awesome. I think this is where we're gonna start. So I'm gonna downplay this guy, and we'll create a new layer, and we'll start adding in some details here. So I'm just gonna start with the face. And how off center am I with this character? Because I can recenter this. And we'll make the head a little more symmetrical. Not going to necessarily use the symmetry tool for the whole body, but we'll use it for the head. We'll just come in here. Like this. And do some of this stuff here. And now let's do those ears. Like this. And it looks like they've got little tufty hairs coming out of their ears, like most cats do, from my experience. I'm not a cat person. I know that might be a crime on the internet to admit. but I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person through and through. So I don't know a lot about cats. Sorry. And that's kind of why I don't draw a lot of cats. Because I just don't know them very well. And I think I want to emphasize that this is a costume. So we'll add little headband to those horns. I think a little bit of fur like that. Little furry chest. And long body. Anybody know how many toe beans a cat has? Do cats have 3 toe beans? Or do any of these other pictures show me? I think they have 3. They might have 4. I don't know. I don't know cats. I'm going to do 3. And if I'm wrong, then someone will let me know. Sure. Well, 3 little toe beans. There we go. So there's our overall kitty cat body. I had to come over to YouTube, couldn't figure out how to find the live on Instagram. I had to take the live stream down off of Instagram. They have 4. I had to take the live stream down off of Instagram because my internet like tanked out and I was losing 60% of my frames when I was trying to do both. So I apologize for that. I did put up a note on Facebook, but I probably didn't get one up on Instagram. So cats have 4 toe beans. So I knew someone would let me know. Bring back little toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't necessarily know. Don't need any additional scratches. I don't necessarily know that it matters. It's a like real simple cartoon, but we'll see. I was thinking for this Halloween bag here, we might do a little pumpkin. You know, one of those little pumpkins with a handle. Like something like that. Same as a dog, I think. I don't know. I met a dog recently that had 6 toe beans. At the market. All right. 1, 2, 3. If they've got 4 toe beans, then one of them is the thumb, then they only have 3 fingers. We'll do that. We'll come over here, same thing. 3 fingers. 3 little fingies. Little cartoony arm. Hemingway cats have 5 toes. You know what else this cat needs totally to be a little cat devil? This cat needs a cape. So we'll just kind of draw in like that and have it hang down in the back like so. And then we'll erase it from inside this art. We're just sketching these things in so it can be real rough right now. So there's our little cape. And maybe we have the cape hang and come up and come back down because it's being held up by the tail. So the tail would still come out here, but then it'd come out like this over here. And that's where we'll put a little cap on it, make it a little devil tail. And then we got to do the rest of this little trident. I feel like Yeti Detective would probably know the answer to this. At what point in history did the pitchfork or trident or whatever become a symbol of the devil? How did that come to be? That's an interesting question I have for the day. All right, so we got our little cat. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of our little devil kitty here? Our Abyssian devil kitty. I think a lot of the Abyssian aspect of this is going to come in the coloring phase. And I'm not sure if it will be any different than an orange tabby, really, as far as like what it looks like, other than, it's got big ears and is skinny. And in my experience, orange tabbies are kind of chubs. A little stripy. All right, let's go ahead and ink it in. At this rate, we're making good time. We might get a couple of these done today, no problem. So I'm going to come in here and grab my flat brush, bring the size back up. I was working on when I was working in 1920 by 1080 to do the thumbnail, I had to bring all my brushes down. There we go. I'm not sure I need those nostrils anymore. But I do think I want this snout to curl around a little bit more and this fur to come off a little more furry. There's a distinct line of just like white fur down here versus orange fur on the top in the reference image. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. Little goatee of chin's fluff there. Bring that down like that. I like that. That looks good. I like this kitty. Boop. Little headband. Like so. Little devil horns coming up out of it. So we'll bring these around like this. Like, there we go. All right, that's not looking too bad. Come in and do these eyes. I think I want to make these eyes a little more pointed. That might be too pointed because that might be scary instead of spoopy. Am I going to put flames in the background? Probably not on this character. And the reason for that is because I'm going to do 5 of these and we'll put them into a pattern very similar to how I did the dogs that I worked on a couple weeks ago. So welcome to the stream, by the way. A couple weeks ago, we did Halloween Hound on the stream and did a pattern for a tote bag kind of design. And I thought it would be fun to come in and do kitty cats the same basic way. So I won't do really any backgrounds on these characters. I'll just be doing some character design art for just 5 real cartoony little cats wearing costumes. And then we'll put them into a pattern, maybe a sticker, some of the t-shirts, that kind of merch stuff. We got the ear there. Stupid devil's pitchfork question sending me down a rabbit hole when I need to get work done. I don't know the exact date, but the pitchfork symbol for the devil comes from the medieval Christian church stuffing pagan deities into biblical lore. The pitchfork was the symbol of some god of the harvest, so it became Satan's pitchfork. Okay. All right, then. Interesting to note. Fun facts all over the place today. So, yeah, I thought it would be cool. I really did think it would be cool to do a stream on Instagram. So I'm a little sad that didn't work out, but maybe we'll try it again on another time in another place. There's our little head. I think that's looking pretty good right there. Yeah, so I tell people all the time, I mostly basically draw stickers, and sometimes they turn into other stuff. I don't have I kind of suck at backgrounds, so I've been practicing them a bit more, but they're not in my wheelhouse. I'm very much a cartoony doodle or character design kind of illustrator. In fact, it's something I've been questioning myself on lately, because I was doing a traditional ink art challenge for the last few months, and I had to stop working on that Friday when my computer went down, and it made me sad because I hate missing out on deadlines and things. But at the same time, like, it made me start to evaluate, is that really something I want to be spending a lot of time on? Is it worth me doing that? Just stuff I had to start thinking about. Also, let me know if you guys can hear my fan in the background, if that's annoying. I hate for that to be driving people crazy. Boop, 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 boop. All right. And that is everything I think that needs to be symmetrical on this character. So we can switch off our symmetry tool and get back to working. I'm just going to bring in this little chest puff of fur right there. And let's do this arm. Whoop and whoop. But kind of at the same time, I was enjoying doing the magic swords for sword timber. So, I don't know, I'm torn on that. But it really is outside of my wheelhouse as far as my comfort zone. I'm very much digital. The other thing that has been really impacting me lately is the tremors that I get in my hands from medication have been getting worse. And with digital art, I can just hit undo very easily. And that problem kind of takes care of itself. But here lately, because of how bad those tremors are, with more traditional art, I notice it a lot more when I'm working like with the ink pens and stuff. And that can be very frustrating. And tomorrow's video, the video that's going out tomorrow, I have it scripted. I haven't recorded it yet because it's kind of scary to record it. I'm going to talk about how frustration and fear and anger works with being bipolar, because I feel like a lot of people misunderstand how bipolar disorder actually works. So I thought it would be a good idea to do a video talking about that. And once I wrote the script, I was like, oh, I don't know, this is making me feel very vulnerable. So I haven't recorded it yet. But I think that's important for me to talk about. So, it's hard. It's hard to just kind of be open on the internet all the time, I think. This is a whole new world for me. An old world for me at the same time, but it's been so long since the last time I was really in this kind of position to share. But anyway, if you want to see that video, if you want to see me talk about my experiences with bipolar and the stigma and misunderstandings that come from it. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. To get that. I just got a warning on my thing saying, please use a keyframe. I don't know what that means. Current keyframes are not being... Okay, I don't know what any of that means. I'm going to have to learn it. So I hope you guys aren't experiencing too much buffering because I'm a newbie at streaming and don't know what any of that means. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's what's coming up tomorrow on the stream. And hopefully you guys enjoy that. Or not on the stream, on the channel, I guess. It will be a video, not a live stream. And then Wednesday, we will be streaming again. And depending on where we're at with these costumed kitties today, we'll probably be back to doing costumed kitties on Wednesday, and otherwise we'll be doing Christmas stuff again. Or more Halloween stuff if people have ideas for more Halloween stuff. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. I really feel like there needs to be more movies set around Halloween that are not slasher film, that are not horror movies. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like all of our Halloween movies are horror movies, and I want an action movie that's a Halloween movie. You know how you can be like, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I want someone to be like, Runaway Train is a Halloween movie. I don't feel like there's enough of that in the world. I, for one, am sick of the rejection that Halloween is getting. And think we need to bring that to an end. Who's with me? Probably no one. Probably the only person in the world who really wants Halloween to have its own, like, special action movie category genre. But you know what? We'll see. All right, that's a good looking cape, I think. I want to bring this up here. Halloween is the best. It's the best holiday. It needs more love. All right. Hail. Whoop. I want that to be smoother. Whoop. Whoop. The other thing about digital art is that you can totally smooth out that tail. Or smooth out your art with the smoothness. I know that's something I should be just practicing, doing better on my own. But who cares? like, I feel like that's one of those things where you start to get into an elitism debate with artists. And I don't feel like I'm qualified to be in that debate at all. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're just working on our first Halloween kitty cat. It's a little Abyssian devil. Or a little Abyssian kitty cat wearing a devil costume. I don't know if I want to put these nostrils in here or not. I don't know if they add anything. And one of those things that I've been really trying to remind myself. Hey, I'm glad you're here too. One of the things I've really been trying to remind myself is that when you're doing patterns or stickers or art design that's going to be kind of small, little tiny details tend to get lost in that. But because I work in 8K ultra high resolution images and can zoom way in, I tend to over detail things sometimes. You know what I almost forgot? I almost forgot to give this kitty cat his whiskers. So we'll just do that real fast. And Abyssinians have whiskers on their eye. So we'll add little eye whiskers. Like that. All right. So our line art is pretty much done. And get rid of our sketch there. So it's time to color this in with some flats. And just like with the dogs, I'm not going to do too much. I missed a little piece of the hand. I'm not going to do too much as like in the way of shadows or anything like that, because it's a very simple patterned art kind of thing. So again, if we get too complicated, too complex, then we'll have some we'll lose details in the printing. So I want to keep it pretty simple there. I'm not going to do shadows on these guys, which makes this part actually very easy. Oops. Anyone who's new here might not be familiar with how I do the color section. I tend to fill in the entire background with pink because I work in vector in Adobe Fresco. And when you do vector fill with reference, you often get halo effects. And so this helps me see where I'm coloring with the halo. I will turn it to black later to clean up the halo effect, but having it bright pink, which is a color I almost never use in my actual design, also lets me see where I've missed like filling something. All right, so let's start with kind of an orangish brown here to match our Abyssinian. I'll make this little source bigger again so we can kind of see this orangish brown color here on our kitty cat. This is what we're going to go for, mixing it with that little like creamy color on the face. So again, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. Oops, I did not want that to be that color. And not too much extra stuff on here. So we've got this little orangish brown that we're going to start with like this. And then we'll come in and we'll make all of the devil costume stuff bright red, because that's what you get when you buy your devil stuff at Walmart or the Dollar Tree, which is where I buy my stuff. I don't buy my Halloween stuff at any store that costs more than $1. Although the Dollar Tree costs more than $1 these days. Everything's $1.25 now. Inflation, man. Side note, dog bag is now my everyday work bag. That's awesome. I'm really glad with how that turned out. That was a good bag. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and make the headband black, because I feel like if I bought this at the store, that's the color it would be. And I've got a little piece here that I should have not had background color on. So we'll get rid of that entirely. Oh, so this is what I was. You know what? It doesn't matter that I did this on the line art layer because we're not doing shading. Oh, but I did it again, guys. I did it again. Colored in the line art layer instead of the layer underneath of it. Ah, and then I'm going to take this orange and we are going to lighten this out to be our other color here. And it looks like the little tuft on the chest might look best that color. So I'm just gonna come in. Don't need to do that. I can do this. Across there like that. I'm actually gonna bring it over so it's a little more even. And do a little poof of that color on the chest. What do you guys think? What do you think of our kitty here? Should the eyes be yellow? Should we go with yellow kitty eyes? I think this cat in this picture actually has brownish eyes. But we can try it here. Like that. Does this cat look a little too evil? Did I make cats evil because I'm a dog person? Is that what happened here? Did I make an evil kitty? You know what? The cat is an Abyssian, and Abyssians come from the abyss, and abysmal things are abysmal. So I'm living with it. I'm gonna live with it being an evil kitty cat. So I'm gonna come down here and just oops. Oh, hey, look. This is why we do all of that pink section. I forgot to color in the pumpkin. So we'll just do that real fast. I'm gonna make it a bright orange pumpkin with kind of a fadey gray on those eyes because they're painted on. You know, it's a little plastic pumpkin for carrying candy. It's not a real pumpkin. Now we can take our black and there we go. One kitty cat ready to go trick-or-treating, I think. Cat in a hot dog costume would be funny too. Maybe we'll do a cat in a hot dog costume instead of a lion. I was really kind of not necessarily feeling the lion, but I could put it on the list. Hot dog costume. He's a hot dog costume. I second the hot dog costume idea. Okay, so the other things on my costumes list are lion, pirate, skeleton, and pumpkin. Which one would you like me to remove to put hot dog costume on there? That's the $64 million question, isn't it? In the meantime, let's take this little kitty cat and turn him back into our wheel of cat breeds. We did our Abyssian, so we can take that off of our wheel. Bloop. And spin that wheel. Spin. Do 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 do. Exotic short hair. All right, exotic short hair. Let's grab that reference image. Ah, these are the ones that have the smushy face. These are the cutest cats. Let me show you guys. These cats have smushy face. I'm gonna pick one. Let's see. This guy looks like Wilford Brimley. I think we want the Wilford Brimley kitty cat. with his smushy face as our reference art there. I'll sell diabetes and diabetes accessories. All right, so we got exotic short hair kitty cat there. And we can hide you, Abyssal Devil, Abyssian Devil. Let's grab our sketching tools real fast. And we can start. Grim Reaper could also be a fun and uncomplicated, just throwing stuff out there. That's true. Should Wilfred Brimley cat be dressed as Wilfred Brimley? All right. Lion, pirate, skeleton, pumpkin, hot dog. Which one do we want this guy to be? I don't necessarily want to do pirate for this guy because he's got a face that's very interesting. The breed of cat, in my opinion, just has an interesting face. And I don't want to lose that. I mean, look at this guy. Look at him. I know one of those named Mochi. That's a fitting name. Obviously the shape of this cat being a little bit fluffy around the midsection, like the best of us, could really go well to making him a little pumpkin. You know? Also, just this guy wearing a lion's mane could be pretty fun, in my opinion. On the other hand, it could be ironic to make a cat with a little bit of extra fluff into a skeleton. So I'm really torn on this, but I'll tell you what, I mentioned it a second ago. I have a lot of dice. So I am more than willing to roll a d6 and pick it at random. If that's sounds like a fun game for you guys, I can come in here where I just took Devil off and add Grim Reaper back on. And now we have 6 costumes to pick from. So I'm rolling 4. So I got skeleton on my list. I rolled a 4. Bloop. And 4 is skeleton. I don't know if you guys can read that. It looks like the camera didn't want to focus on it. Something so you can add a huge mustache. He's already got a huge mustache. Look at those whiskers. They come off of him like he's got a handlebar mustache already. So I'm just gonna tag him up into the corner. Right there. He can live right there. And we can make him a little walrus. Ooh, walrus. Too late. I rolled skeleton. Do or die time. We only got 40 minutes left to this stream or so. So let's start. I'm gonna make him a little fluffy guy. Big round body. And I'm just gonna bring his head up. Kind of like something you might see from the oatmeal, really. Little all one head just coming up out of his neck because his body and his head are the exact same width. And then we'll come in here and I'm going to draw on his little nose, make it a little bigger than that so it reads as a nose. And let's see, he's got grumpy old man eyes. and big round cheeky cheeks, and big old jowl mustache. Little chin, double chin, triple chin action there. And his whiskers come down like that. Is it me or does this cat look more like an otter at the moment? Give little fluffies around the ears here. And then we'll come down. And we'll give him little short legs. Because obviously his belly hang over his feet. Like that. And this might look better once we go to more detailed brush level. Right now we're working pretty broad, pretty abstract. Okay, and then let's give him a little, hi, I'm a kitty cat. Oops, those shouldn't be symmetrical. There we go. I only have 4 fingies. Like that, little hooky shoulder. And one little hand down here like this. And then what type of belly? What type of belly do you have? You have a chubby little fluffy belly. That's what you got. I'm talking to my computer like I do my puppy. All right. We'll bring in like this and just give him a little fluffy belly. Cross. All right. I'm going to redo this with a tighter brush, a little more detail. So we'll come in here and we'll add our heart-shaped nose. That's more dog than cat. He definitely has like a triangular nose here. And you can full on see his nostrils. So we're going to make those a little bigger. And then grumpy little eye lines where his furry bits come out around his face here. Like that. And there we go, like that. I think looks good. More little furry eyebrow section coming around like so. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he's got like a little flat head on the top there. And his little ears kind of come off like this. And he's got a big fuzzy neck. All right, yeah. And just bring this down into his little walrus face. Like that. And he's got a little triple chin mouth action going on. Like so. That looks pretty good. Give him his fuzzy, fluffy tummy tum. And then come down. Maybe streamline that body a little bit. And have those feet coming off. Like so. All right. Turn off our symmetry tool. Add little hand doing a wave. Oh no! That's so sad. Oh. For anyone watching this who doesn't see the chat, James Earl Jones passed away. That's very, very disheartening for me. So maybe we're going to have to do a lion in honor. That's really hard, I think. I don't normally get affected by celebrity deaths because I don't know them personally, and I try to avoid overly powerful parasocial relationships these days. But that one hurts a little. I think my favorite James Earl Jones performance is actually Field of Dreams. I was sitting there going, I couldn't think of the name of the movie. Where he plays the radio guy. Actually, no. It's still a baseball movie, but I'm changing my answer. I think my favorite James Earl Jones performance, still a 90s baseball movie, Sandlot. He's not in it a lot, but what he does do in that movie is just adds this whole layer of stuff to it that just takes it from just like a movie about kids playing baseball to like a movie about the mythology of small towns and how we can make assumptions. Without that scene, without his like one scene in the movie, it just doesn't have the same impact. A lot of people out there are surprised that I didn't say Darth Vader. And that's fair. I love Star Wars. So honestly, a little burnt out on Star Wars. Haven't been watching the newer stuff. Not again anything against the newer stuff, just more or less over it as a consumer. My brain doesn't have any more. He was so amazing though, iconic. I agree. My brain just doesn't have any more room for Star Wars. I actually there are so many things that James Earl Jones did that were just such good performances that were so like fundamental to me growing up. It's really hard to say, oh, this is the best one. I'm not supposed to stop talking that long. Sorry. Sometimes it is, yeah, Sandlot. Sometimes it is really hard to remember that I'm supposed to be talking at the same time that I'm drawing. I feel like it was easier to remember I was supposed to be talking when I was, doing a stream that was basically a podcast with Perriman and Delson all those years ago. Like, it was easy to remember to talk then. That's going to be too small a detail to be picked up. Do these guys have little... No. Okay. As Gary said, these guys have little tufty ears, but they do not. Little ears like this. And little flat head. Covered in wrinkles. I'm Wilfred Brimley the cat. Buy some diabetes. I don't know why, but sometime in the early 2000s, my brain decided that Wilfred Brimley's very important commercials about diabetes awareness and diabetes health were replaced by Hank Hill talking about propane accessories. And it's just been that way ever since, and I can't stop it now. I have no control over myself as a person. My cross to bear. And I know it makes me kind of a bad person, but it is what it is. Man, what a tragic day. I'm not an overly superstitious person, but I do tend to believe in that old axiom of death comes in threes. So here's hoping. Hey, Garrett. All right, little foot there, little foot action. Oops. Doop, boop, doop, boop. All right, and come over here and clean up. Oops, that side. Better make sure there's not anything over here that needs to be cleaned up that I forgot. Nope. Okay, good. Now we can come in and do our little toe beans like so. I always thought it would be fun, and I've looked into what it would take to get it done, and it would be very difficult. But I always thought it would be fun to be able to set up at the market with my tablet and like a screen and basically do what I'm doing right now, but as a live performance. I thought that would be fun, a fun little thing to do. But there's two problems with that. One is I run my booth by myself. And two is there's some logistic issues involving exactly how I would go about doing that that would have to be addressed. I don't like that. I don't like how I did that hand. I'm going to redo it. But I still think it would be fun. And if I can ever figure it all out, I probably will do it. That's better. That hand should go that way. Whoop. And whoop. So I made the joke a little bit ago about how I forget to talk when I'm on stream, but I still make little noises when I'm drawing. And I do think it is worth reiterating that I 100% just drew this cat without making him a costume. I do think it is worth iterating that I make those little noises when I'm alone drawing also. That's not a stream affectation. So I brought this cat all the way out here like this and did not give him a costume at all whatsoever. So I got to figure out now how to take the drawing I've done and draw over the top of it to give him a little costume. And I think I'm going to do it kind of a cheaty way. I'm gonna give this cat the poo treatment, so he's gonna be wearing a shirt with no pants. I'll go full blown poo, and then his shirt will have little bones drawn on it, like he might if he was wearing a costume. So we'll just draw in little sleeves to go over his little arms. Like so. Nope, I don't want that. I think I'm actually going to use that line as the top of the sleeve. Bring this one down. Like that. Because then this little bulge here that I drew can totally be coming out of the neck of his shirt. That. And then we can come in here and just get rid of all of the lines inside the shirt. Boop. Boop. I'll come over here and just, oops, give him a sleeve on this side now. Like so. And Again, get rid of all that internal line art. Clean up that line. Clean up this line. So now we got a little shirt. All I gotta do is draw in a little. I make little noises when I do stuff all the time, even when I'm walking down the street near shot of strangers. When I shared an office in my previous life, it was brought to my attention that I pretty much constantly make noises. Never really thought about it before then. But yeah, I guess I do that a lot when I'm working. And not to talk out of school or anything, but I think it's an inherited trait because my dad sings little songs whenever he's working on something. And last time my sister was in town, she talked about how she also does that. Actually, her daughters talked about how she also does that. It gets worse. Eventually, you start narrating, making dinner, doing dishes, and driving. Yeah, I can see how that might happen, and totally doesn't happen to me yet at all. That's definitely not a thing I would have experienced. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. At least I can be entertaining in some way. We make little noises. Bop, ba, do, bop, bop. I actively try to avoid making the little noises at the market when I'm hanging out at my little booth because I don't want people to think I'm weird. But I'm not sure that works because I'm the type of guy who draws a fuzzy fat cat wearing a skeleton t-shirt and refers to him as going full-blown poo. So I am actually going to turn the symmetry back on for this so we can draw something like this. We're going to do this little spine first. So we'll come in here, we'll draw a little spine in on his t-shirt. Oops. Messed those two up. Like this. We got a little spine. And then from that spine, we'll draw little ribs in. I'm sure you guys have seen the costumes that look like this, right? You know, they're just like a little t-shirt with little skeleton bones drawn on them. Like black with white bones just painted on. I can't be the only one who knows what I'm talking about here. And I think I'm going to do 4 ribs. Oops. Come across like this. The other thing that's stuck in my head today, and I don't know if I want to throw it out there into the world because then it might get stuck in your head, and then you might resent me forever. But it's been stuck in my head literally all day, and it's starting to make me a little bit crazy. Is Brass Monkey by the Beastie Boys has just been stuck in my head. All right. Oops. Turn off symmetry because we're doing arms now. And we don't need symmetry anymore. So we'll come in. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Like that. I did after last week also, just anyone's curious, changed the head on my Apple Pencil. It's now a little black pointy tip point thing. The Apple Pencils heads that I use are all different colors. Although I have a little bag with like 50 white Apple Pencil heads that are supposed to be fairly decent quality, and that little bag cost me like $8 for like 50 of them. And that's crazy to me because Apple charges so much for an Apple Pencil tip. Okay, there we go. There's our little Wilfred Brimley cat wearing his little Halloween costume, all done up as line art. Did I miss something here? No, okay. I do think I'm going to just come in and draw in some extra face fluffs, because these guys are very wrinkly. All right, it's funny that they are an exotic short hair because they actually, I guess I'm not entirely sure what a long-haired cat looks like. But I missed cleaning out some lines with the trimming tool there. Let's color this dude in now. I'm going to start by coloring in black because that'll be super easy. I think that sounds like the success music from a video game. That was definitely just out of nowhere inside my brain also. Fun times having that just pop out of nowhere. I couldn't even tell you what video game. I have two shirts like that. I call them my bone shirts, and when I see someone else wearing one, I go, Bone Bros! I 1000% believe that is true. I actually have a hard time believing you wait until you see someone also wearing a Bone t-shirt to shout Bone Bros at random people in public. All right, let's see. This guy is also a little orange, but he's a little more yellow orange. So we'll put that like there-ish. Bloop. My name is Fuzzy Cat, and I'm a fuzzy cat. Do. Like that. His little bottom half here can be kind of fuzzy. These little tiny pieces poking out here are not going to read, but they're there because I did the t-shirt after I did the rest of him. So, and then we will lighten this up quite a bit to do his little Wilfred Brimley mustache and his belly. And it looks like he has a couple of little stripes. So I'll come in here and I'm just gonna bring this. Actually, I'm gonna bring this across like this into his little double chin. And bring it up like so. Around like that, and we'll see how this looks. I'm actually gonna put this on a different layer because I don't know how it's gonna look yet. Oop, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that because that's not gonna do what I want it to do. See if we can't give him his little chin stripes and make him look good. I don't think I like that at all. I'm going to try those chin stripes a different way, I think. Before I do that, though, let's go ahead and fill in his eyes. Let's finish filling in some of the flat. And what color are your eyes, little Wilfred Brimley kitty? Orange demon eyes. Okay. Cats are awesome. I understand why you people like cats. They all have little demon eyes. Even this Wilfred Brimley cat has little demon eyes. There, let's see. We'll give him little stripies across here. These are not going to work very well. Make them bigger. We'll make them bigger. That's too big. Oh, I don't know how I want to do this. I'm torn. I'm torn, internets. I know that this is going to be the white section like this. So we can go ahead and put that there. Actually, that looks pretty good. I think if I come down and I do the same on his little neck ruff, then that will look good too. I want to keep these stripes basically very simple. That looks pretty good, like that. And his little tummy would be visible also. And I think his, what about his little feet? His little feet are orange. It's just all in the inside. So yeah, that's a cute little dude. I think this works. What do you guys think? Is this our skeleton kitty? I'm going to make his eyes less terrifyingly orange and a little more yellow, like that. Is this our bones? Is this our skeletal kitty, or is this more owl vibey? If you're going to shout bone bros at someone, there are worse things you could be referring to than sharing a base in comedic t-shirts. That's true. This is a PG-13 stream. You don't want to let people know that you are bone bros because you both collect human bones, as an example of what that might mean. All right. So I think we've done a pretty good job. Oh, I skipped my section where I do the black outline in the back, or the pink outline in the back, and I was immediately punished for it. I'll show you why here in a second. If I come down here and do that, we didn't color in the bones on his shirt. And by we, again, I mean me. I didn't color them in. So let's do that. Do. I think I did a pretty good job with these ribs. Even if they look a little, thank you. I appreciate that. Even if they look a little, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like the Mandalorian symbol. The bounty hunter symbol from the Old Republic video game. All right, there we go. I'm actually going to slide him over so we can bring this guy back, put them next to each other. And I think that height difference works because the Abyssian seems long and thin, and this here exotic short hair seems short and chub. So that's 2 down. and we have about 7 minutes left in the stream. So we're probably not going to get to any more of these guys tonight. But I think I had a good time making these two. And like I always say, if I have fun drawing them, people are going to have fun looking at them probably. I hope that includes all of you that have come and hung out tonight and if you had fun participating in the drawing stream. I will be back on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. We'll do a couple more of these costumed kittens. Like I said, I want to do 5 total. The wheel has quite a bit left on it. We have some more costume designs. Feel free to leave a comment letting me know if you have ideas for costume designs. I'll make a second wheel. We'll double down on we'll double down on the randomness. We'll have a wheel of kitties and a wheel of costumes. We'll just mix them up, see where it goes from there. You both still prefer classic hot wings and not the garbage breaded boneless junk. That's right. I don't like breaded wings. Let's start there. I also don't like saucy wing. I like crispy, crunchity, peanut buttery. No, I like my wings I do like breaded wings. I like breaded wings with the bone in. I don't, and sauceless, but I want a spicy breading. It's spicy for me, who has an esophageal ulcer, so I don't really eat really spicy foods. So spicy for me is a Paramin, like ultra mild. Once upon a time, before he went and got all skinny, we were going to travel the country together and do food challenges. But now I think I'm the only one that can eat 3 large pizzas in one sitting in this family. Anyway, thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. I will be back on Wednesday. If you like watching people play video games and you have something to do at 11 o'clock tonight, you know what you could do is you could go check out Paramin's live stream. He plays video games. He's playing Suikoden. He's playing one of those JRPGs from back in the day to the second one in the series. And you can check that out. I probably won't be there because I like to go to bed these days. I'm old. But like I said, I'll be back on Wednesday. Tomorrow, I have a video dropping on the channel, and I think I will get back into doing Sword Timber, but I think I'm going to switch to doing it digitally. And when I do, I also I don't just write kind of a little story for my Sword Timber drawing. I also create stats. I'm a dungeon master, and it's in my nature. And those are available on the Homebrewery link in those videos. So anyway, check all that stuff out. I will see you on Wednesday. Remember, as always, to stay weird.